Hey everyone, welcome back to ThinkBeyond. This is the stage 9, chapter 8, exercise 1, and on demand video requested by our student on WhatsApp. I will try to upload videos regularly, for I've been quite busy with my classes lately. If you would like to join our one-on-one online classes, visit my website or contact me directly through mail or WhatsApp. My team will get in touch with you. The first demo session is absolutely free. For any inquiry, message me directly on WhatsApp and my team will arrange you a demo session. So remember that first demo is free. If you want to join one-on-one online classes, please reach out to me. Let's start with exercise 1. As you can see the question says write an inequality showing the limits on x, where x is, question A is 70 to the nearest 10. This question, right? Okay. So it says 70 to the nearest 10, right? Then you can do 70 to the nearest 10. You have to calculate half of 10. So half of 10 is what? 10 by 2 is equals to 5, right? And we have to calculate for 70. Then simply subtract 5 from 70. What you will get? 65. And now add 5 to 70. What you will get? 75. Okay. So this is in between 65 to 75. So the inequality you can write 65 is less than equals to x and is less than 75. We are done with question A. If you have understood the question A in a very proper way, then you can do all the questions. But don't worry, I am going to solve all the questions for you so you can match the correct answer with me. Now let's do question B. It says 3.8 to 1 decimal place. 3.8 to 1 decimal place. If you want to solve it, you can pause the video and solve question B. Now the question B says 2300 to the nearest 100. What it says to the nearest 100. So what we have to do? For question B, 2300 to the nearest 100. Just calculate the half of 100. Half of 100 is what? It's 50. 2300 minus 50, which is 2250. Now 2300 plus 50, which is 2350. So you can write the inequality as 2250 is less than equal to x and is less than 2350. This is the inequality for question B. Let's come to question number C. 6000 to the nearest 1000. Just do the half of 1000, subtract and add, you will get the inequality. So easy, right? Question C. 6000 to the nearest 1000. Half of the 1000 is what? It's 500, right? So just add it. 6000 plus 500 is 6500 and 6000 minus 500 is 5500. So the inequality will be written as 5500 is less than equals to 6000 and 6000 is less than 6500. This is the inequality for question C. Now for question D, 380 to the nearest 10. 10 is there. 380 to the nearest 10. Yes. Half of 10 is what? It's 5. 380 minus 5 is 375. 380 plus 5 is 385. So the inequality will become 375 is less than equals to 380 is less than 385. So we are also done with question D. Now question E. 1280 to the nearest 10 again. Question number E. 1280 to the nearest 10. Half of 10 is 5. 1280 plus 5 is 1285. 1280 minus 5 is 1275. The inequality is 1275 is less than equals to 1280 is less than 1285. So this is the inequality for question number E. Okay, now for question number F. For question F, it says 55,000 to the nearest 1,000. 55,000 to the nearest 1,000. Half of the 1,000 is 500. Now 55,000 minus 500 will give you 54,500. Okay, now 55,000 plus 500 will give you 55,500. So the inequality will become 54,500 is less than equals to 55,000 is less than 55,500. Clear? Now question number G. 87,000 to the nearest 1,000. Question G. 87,000 to the nearest 1,000. Half of the 1,000 is 87,000 only. So now 87,000 plus 500, it will give you 87,500. So the inequality will become 86,500 is less than equals to x is less than 87,500. Now the last question, question number H. It says 87,000 to the nearest 100. 87,000 to the nearest 100. Half of 100 is 50. Now do it. 87,000 minus 50 will give you 86,950. Now 87,000 plus 50 will give you 87,050. So the inequality will become 86,950, which is less than equals to 87,000, which is less than 87,050. So this is the inequality for the last question of. It says 22 to the nearest whole number. Okay. So half of 1 is what? It's 0.5. So you have to subtract 22, 0.5, which will give you 21.5. And you have to add 0.5, you will get 22.5. So the inequality is 21.5 is less than equals to 22, and it is less than 22.5. This is our answer for question 2A. Now for question 2B, 3.8 to 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place means 0.1. Okay. Now half of 0.1 is 0.05. Now added 3.8, sorry, first subtracted 0.05, which will give you 3.75. Then 3.8 plus 0.05, which will give you 3.85. So the inequality becomes 3.75 is less than equals to 3.8, which is less than 3.85. Inequality for question B. Now for question C. 586 to the nearest whole number. Nearest whole number, it means they are talking about 1. So half of 1 is 0.5. Okay. And 586 minus 0.5. 586 plus 0.5. You will get 585.5. And here you will get 586.5. So the inequality will become 585.5 is less than equals to 586, which is less than 586.5. Now question number D. 0.9 to 2 decimal places. Okay. 2 decimal places they are talking about, it means 0.01. And half of 0.01 is 0.005. Number is 0.92. 0.92 minus 0.005. 0.92 plus 0.005. When you will subtract, you will get 0.915. When you will add, you will get 0.925. So the inequality becomes 0.915 is less than equals to 0.92, which is less than 0.925. This is the inequality for question D. Question number E is 58.2. 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place, it means they are talking about 0.1. So half of 0.1 is 0.05. Now add it and subtract. 58.2 minus 0.05. 58.2 plus 0.05. When you will subtract, you will get 58.15. After addition, you will get 58.25. So inequality becomes 58.15 is less than equals to 58.2, which is less than equals to 58.25. Okay. Now question F. 60 to the nearest whole number. Whole number means they're talking about 1. 60 to the nearest whole number, right? So half of 1 is 0.5. So do 60 minus 0.5. You will get 59.5. Now 60 plus 0.5 is 60.5. So inequality becomes 59.5 is less than equals to 60, which is less than 60.5. This is the inequality for question F. Okay, now question G. 7.31 to 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places is, it means 0.01. 7.31. Okay, 7.31 to 2 decimal places. 0.01. Half of 0.01 is 0.005. So 7.31 minus 0.005, it will give you 7.305. 7.31 plus 0.005, it will give you 7.315, and the inequality becomes 7.305 is less than equals to 7.31, which is less than 7.315. Okay, now the last question left, 30.0 to 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place, it means 0.1. 0.1, half of 0.1 is 0.05. Okay, so 30.0 minus 0.05 will give you 29.95. 30.0 plus 0.05 give you 30.05. So the inequality becomes 29.95 is less than equals to 30.0, which is less than 30.05. So we are done with question 2 also. If you want to note down the solution, you can stop the video and note it down. Okay, now come to question number 3. It says the number of trees in a forest is 2000. Round to the nearest 100. Which of the number below are possible numbers of trees in forest? All the numbers are given. If you know the solution, try it by yourself first. Don't depend on me. Don't worry, I will give the answer, but you need to try it by yourself first. Okay, so they are talking about the nearest 100. First, you have to calculate half of 100, which is 50, right? Now do 2000 minus 50, which will give you 1950. Now do 2000 plus 50, which will give you 2050. Now you have to identify which number falls within the range. Now check for 1900. Is it in between 1950 and 2050? No, it is less than 1000. So it can't be possible. Now check for 1908. Is it in between here? It is less than 1950. It is also false. Check for 1950. Is it fall here? Right. Write the inequality first. 1950 is less than equals to 2000 and is less than 2050. Here it says less than and equal to, right? So yes, it is possible. It is true. It falls in between. Now next. 1951. Yes, it is greater than this one. So it is in between this range. So yes, it is also possible. Now check for 1987. Yes, it is also possible. 2000. 2000. Yes, it is also possible. Check for 2007. It is in between this range. So yes, 2007 is also possible. 2026. Yes, it is also possible. It is falling in between this range. 2050. 2050 is false. Why? Because it is less than. There is no equal to sign is written, right? So 2050 is not possible. Now for 2051, it is greater than this one. It should be less than. So this one is also not possible. Now 2995, it is also greater than this one. So this is also not possible. Now come on question number 4. Let me raise it. Okay, now come on question number 4. It says the length of a road L meters is measured as 3000 meters. Write an inequality showing the limits on L if the measured to question number A, the nearest 1000. 4A says nearest 1000. Calculate half of 1000. which is 500. Now write the inequality. 3000 minus 500 is equals to 2500. The next 3000 plus 500 will give you 3500. So L, right? This one, which is 3000. So the inequality will become 2500 is less than equals to L is less than 3500. This is L. Okay. So we are done with question A. Now for question B, it says nearest 100 to the half of 100. Half of 100 is 50. So 3000 minus 50 is 2950. 3000 plus 50 is 3050. Write the inequality. 2950 is less than equals to L, which is less than 3050. Done with question B also. Now for question C. Why we are writing L here? Why we are not writing the 3000? Because in the question it says showing the limits on L. That is why we are writing L. Now question C. To the nearest 10. Question C. To the nearest 10. Half of 10 is 5. So 3000 minus 5 is 2995. Now 3000 plus 5 is 3005. Write the inequality. 2995 is less than equals to L and less than 3005. And with question C also, let's move to question D. To the nearest whole number. Nearest whole number 1. Half of 1 is 0.5. So 3000 minus 0.5 will give you 2999.5. Now 3000 plus 0.5 will give you 3000.5. So the inequality will be 2999.5 is less than equals to L, which is less than 3000.5. If you want to note down the answer, the solution, you can note it down by pausing the video. Now come to question number 5. It says the mass m gram of an ostrich egg is measured. It is 1400 gram, which is 1400 gram. After rounding to the nearest 50, write the limit on m. Okay, let's do it. It says nearest 50 gram, right? Question number 5. Half of 50 is 25 and it was 1400 gram. Calculate the limit. Subtract 25. You will get 1375. 1400 plus 25. Add it. You will get 1425. So the limit you have to write as m, right? Here m. You can write 1375 is less than equals to m, which is less than 1425. So this is your answer for question number 5. We are also done with question 5. Now for question 6, it says a number p is 16.5 after rounding to the nearest 0.5. Which of the following inequality shows the limits on p? So we will check one by one. It says 0.5 So do the half of 0.5, which will give you 0.25, right? Now calculate it, it was 16.5. 16.5 minus 0.25 will give you 16.25. Now 16.5 plus 0.25 will give you 16.75. Now write down the inequality. We'll write 16.25 is less than equals to P is less than 16.75. Now check this one with every options that is given. 16 is less than P is less than 70. It is not possible. The answer is this, right? So 16.25 is less than P is less than 16.75. Yes, it is matching. So option B is correct. Check this one. No. 16.45 is written here. 6.55 is written. It is also wrong. Not possible. So yeah, B1 is correct. Okay, now come to question number 7. Decide if each statement is true or false. Question A says rounding 430 to 1 significant figure is equivalent to rounding to the nearest 100. Think about it. Is it true or not? So rounding 430 to 1 significant figure. The first significant figure is 4. The first significant figure is 4. The next digit is 3, which is less than 5. So we round down, the result is 400. Let me write it with this. It's 400, right? This is the same as the rounding to the nearest 100. So yes, this one is true. You can write, I'm writing T for true. Now come for question B. Rounding 38.2. Now question B. Rounding 38.2 to 2 significant figure is equivalent to rounding it to the nearest 10. Okay, let's check it. So the first two significants are 3 and 8. The next digit is 2, right? Which is less than 5. So we round down. The result is 38. Okay, 38.0 you can, which is also same. This is the same as rounding to the nearest whole number, but not nearest 10th. Not nearest 10th. So this is false. Now for question number C. Rounding 88.67 to 3 significant figure is equivalent to rounding it to the 1 decimal place. Okay. So the first 3 significant figures are 8, 8 and 6. The next digit is 7, which is greater than 5. So we round out. So we round up. The result is 88.7, right? This is the same as the rounding to the 1 decimal place. So yes, this is true. Let's come to question number 8. Write an inequality showing the limits on x, where x is 800 to 1 significant figure is 6. I hope you can do it very easily. Let's do it. Okay, question 8a. 800 to 1 significant figure, which is hundreds place. Why? Because 8 is in the hundreds place, right? Ones, tens, and hundreds. So half of 100 is 50. Now calculate 800 minus 50 is 750. Now 800 plus 50 is 850. The inequality becomes 750 is less than equals to 800 is less than 850. This is our answer for question 8a. Now for question 8b, 800 to two significant figures. Now two significant figures are 8 and 0, right? The last significant figure is in the tens place. So half of 10 is 5. Now 800 minus 5 is equals to 795. 800 plus 5 is equals to 805. So the inequality will be 795 is less than equals to 800 is less than 805. This is the answer for question 8b. Now question 8c, 0.75 to two significant figures. Okay. Question 8c, it says 0.75 to two significant figures. The first two significant 0.75. The first two significant figures are 7 and 5. The last significant figure is in the hundreds. I'm not saying hundreds. There is a difference between hundred and hundreds. So the last significant figure is in the hundredth place, right? We count from here. This is 10th and this place is 100th place. Okay. So half of 100th place. Half of 100th place is 0.005, right? Now do it. 0.75 minus 0.005 will give you 0.745. So 0.75 plus 0.005 will give you 0.755. Now write the inequality is 0.745 is less than 0.75 less than equals to, and it is less than 0.755. This is the answer for question number D. Sorry, it is answer for question number C. Okay. Now question number 8D, 900 to three significant figures. Question number 8D, 900 to three significant figures. Okay, the first three significants are significant numbers, figures, whatever you want to say, 9, 0, and 0. The last significant figure is in the ones place. Ones place. Ones, tens, and 100, right? So half of 1 is 0.5. Now calculate it. 900 minus 0.5, which is 899.5. 900 plus 0.5 is 900.5. So the inequality will become 999.5, which is less than equals to 900, which is less than 900.5. So this is the answer for question number 8D. Now come to question number 9. Lolani says, if a quantity x is 5, after rounding to the nearest whole number, the highest possible value of x is 5.5. Okay. So we have to explain whether each statement is correct or incorrect. Okay. So for that, we have to get the highest possible value of x. So when a number is rounded to the nearest whole number, the limits are 4.5 is less than x is 5, right? That is why 4.5 is less than equals to x and less than 5.5. Okay, so Lolani says if a quantity of x is 5, after rounding to the nearest the whole number, the highest possible value of x is 5.5, which is not possible because it is not equal to, right? It's not possible. So her statement is wrong. Now come to Helgi. No, the highest possible value is 5.49. You can say approximately correct. Because 5.49 is less than 5.5, right? It's approximately correct. Now the third, Cullen says no, the highest possible value is 5.499, which is also less than 5.5. So this is more precisely correct. Lolani is incorrect, Helge is approximately correct, and Cullen is most accurate. Understood? Okay, now let's come to question number 10. It says the number of paper clips n in a jar of 40 to the nearest 10. The total mass of the paper clips is n grams, where m is 40 to the nearest 10. The limits of the number of a paper clips are 35 less than equals to n less than 45. The limits on the total mass are 35 less than equals to m less than 45. The limits on n can also be written as 35 is less than equals to n 40, but the limits on m cannot be written as this. Explain why. Okay, so here is the explanation. So n number of paper clips is a whole number. You can't have half of a paper clip, right? Have n number of paper clips, right? You can't have half of this paper clip, right? So although the general inequality is 35 is less than equal to n is less than 45. In whole number, that means n is equals to 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, less than 45 means till 44. Or equivalently this, right? Or you can write 35 is less than equal to n is also less than equal to 44. It can be 44, right? Okay. So it's fine to write 35 is less than equals to n is less than equals to 44. Because n can't take decimal values. N can't take decimal values. I've explained you can't have the half of the paper clip. Right? Okay. Now mass. M is continuous quantity. It can take values after decimals, that is 39.2, 39.40.7, something like that. Therefore, we must keep the inequality open at the upper end. It means 35 is less than, let me write it here, 35 is less than equal to m is less than 45. Writing 35 less than equal to m less than equal to 44, it will incorrect. Exclude possible values like 44.5, 44 point gram, 44.5 gram. Okay, so you can write 35 is less than equal to n is less than Wait, here it is. Less than equal to n, less than equal to 44. This way is correct. But you can't write 35 is less than equals to m is less than equals to 44. These are because the values can be go up to 44.5 also, right? So we can't write like this. Because m is continuous and could be just below 45. Okay, so we are done with the exercise 1. If you want to book the demo session, the free demo session, you want to attend the one-on-one online classes with me, please contact. All the details I will provide in the description box also. Please like, share and subscribe to my video, because if you like my video, share my video, I'll get motivated to upload more content on this channel. So it's all up to you. If you'll share my video, I'll get more views, more likes, more comments. Then it motivates me to upload the video in this channel. So please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you for watching till the end. Best of luck.